Hi, everyone. This is Jody LaPlay, your instructional technology specialist. And today for our first Friday Fast 15 topic, we are going to look at some features of Google Calendar. Our learning goals will be to review some of the newer calendar features, how to set up notifications, and recurring and all-day events. So one of the newer features that Google Calendar has set up is that you can set your working hours and locations. And this will help people if they're looking at your calendar to know if you are available at that time. And you'll just go open up your calendar and click on the gear up in the right-hand corner. That's your settings. And when you open up the settings, you'll get this list of options. You'll choose working hours and locations and click to enable working hours. You can choose your days, you can put in your start times and where you're working from. You'll click copy to all if you want them all to be the same, or you can customize and have each one be a little different based on your calendar. So give that a try. And again, that is the gear from your Google Calendar, settings, and working hours and location. One thing you might want to do if you don't already is when you have your Gmail open, there'll be a little arrow down here if you don't have this little pane toolbar here, but there's a little arrow to expand that. And then you can click on the calendar icon, and right next to your emails, you can have your calendar showing. You can page through the dates. You can change, see a full calendar here and change months and things like that. So that really helps me stay organized when I have my calendar set up and open right in my Gmail. You can set notifications. These notifications only happen for you. So if you are sending out invitations to other people to join a meeting, you'll want to encourage them or remind them to set their own notifications. But again, you go to the gear for settings in the calendar, click on notification settings, and then you can decide, are you getting desktop notifications? Are you going to get an email? And you can set your snooze as well. So sometimes I'll have like a 10-minute notification reminder, and I can either close that reminder or dismiss it, or I can snooze it and it will pop right up and give me one more reminder. And those are the notifications. There can be a pop-up, there can be a sound. You can also, if you have your Google Calendar app on your mobile device, you can also get those reminders that will be sent to your phone as well in case you're away from your desk. If you do want to remind people about a meeting or an event, and we know that the calendar doesn't automatically do that, what you can do is schedule an email to go out. So you put the event on the calendar, you invite everybody to it, and then you go to your Gmail, draft your email reminder, and then instead of hitting send, you would hit the little arrow next to the send button, and that lets you pick the time and the date that you want that reminder email to go out. And then you put everyone in there that gets that reminder. And so you can still send out a reminder, it just doesn't come from the calendar. Google Calendar lets you set tasks. So instead of just having an event or a reminder on your calendar, you can set a task list and you can create multiple tasks. And you do that by clicking on that little circle with the check mark. Then you can title your task, add tasks. They can be multi-stepped. You can assign tasks to people. And when you add a task, it will look like this on your calendar with the little icon of that task instead of just a regular meeting block. You can also just only see your tasks on your calendar under My Calendars. You could uncheck your calendar and just show your tasks. And that's just another visual way to keep track of all the things that you are working on. When you create an event on your calendar, you can have it create meeting notes. And so it's a kind of a cool feature. You click meeting notes right there in the description. It will open up a Google Doc for you. It will name it. I took two different snips here, but this was from a different meeting. I wanted to show how it will put the title of that meeting in there, the date, and it will include everyone who is on that calendar invitation. And then it has a little template. It leaves notes to put action items in there. You can customize that doc to however you need it, but it's a really fast, easy way to create a document that's going to capture the notes. And it's already in the calendar invitation. So everyone that you've invited to that meeting will have access to the notes and they don't have to wonder where it is in their drive. So it's a really nice organizational tool there. If you want to know how much time you're spending on certain tasks, you can now click on Time Insights inside the full calendar. And if you use color categories, you can actually change those colors to a label. And then you can look at type, you can look by color, you can set the range to see how much time that week, that month, that day you spent on certain parts of your day. Publishing an event on your calendar, what this does is it allows you to maybe share a bunch of options for a training. And instead of inviting everybody to every option, you could publish that event and include the link to option 1, option 2, option 3. And when the recipient clicks on the option that works best for them, it's going to automatically open up that event on their calendar. Then they can color code it, add other notes, set their notifications, and it just saves a couple of clicks and automatically puts that event on their calendar. So adds it right to their calendar. And so that might be a tool or a tip that you use if you are inviting people to multiple events, maybe sending it out in a newsletter or email. And instead of adding everybody to the event, you give them the options and they click and add it to their own calendar. Repeating appointments. So there might be things that happen every day or weekly that you want to only put on your calendar once, but have it show up and repeat as often as you need it to repeat. So when you are adding an event to your calendar, you will fill out all the details like normal. And then there's that little box that says does not repeat. And when you click on that, it's going to pop out some more options. They give you a few that maybe are, those go-to ones that happen the most, or you can customize it. And if you click custom, you'll get the second pop-up and you can have it repeating by a number of days, weeks, months. You can have it never end. For example, I have that lunch time repeating on my calendar without an end date. And you could have it end on a certain date. You could have it end after so many occurrences. So maybe it's a series of 6 meetings. And so you just want that to repeat every week for 6 times, and then it's off your calendar after that. So check out those repeating appointments. You can move them. And so if I have lunch scheduled for 12:30, but sometimes I need to move that. And so then I can just click and drag that one instance. It will say, do you want to change all of them or just change this one? So usually I'm just changing that for the day. But then if that meeting is changing or that event is changing, permanently moving forward, then you could have it change all the dates moving forward and you don't have to go into all of those and make those changes. So try repeating appointments for those things that you do on a daily, weekly basis. Sometimes you will want to have something on your calendar, but it's not a specific time. So it's not happening at 9:30. And so again, open up at create a new event or meeting, title it, and then click that little checkbox for all day. And then at the top of your calendar, right underneath that date, it will say whatever that thing is. And it won't block out or uh, bog down that day, but it will be listed at the top as that reminder, so you know that that thing is happening, and it's happening throughout the whole day, but it's not filling up your whole day. All of these recordings from this year and last year are on the Northwest Regional YouTube channel, so feel free to check those out and share them with your colleagues. Um, if you do attend First Friday Fest 15, I will ask you to give me a little feedback so I can continue to develop and grow in this position. And then stay tuned. Our next Google series will be on November 4th, the first Friday in November. And Erin Sackett is going to join us and give some Gmail tips and tricks to best utilize all the features in Gmail. If you do have any questions, you can reach out to me and I can include those in the next trainings. We can meet one-on-one. I can share resources. So check out those upcoming events. And then all the ways that you can contact me through email, on chat. I am on Twitter. If you have a tech question, you can always reach out to our IT support team. And I look forward to connecting with you next time. Thanks, everybody.